Chapter 3 Going Underground St. Bartholomew's School for Young Gentlemen. Butler had been in Artemis Fowl service since the moment of the boy's birth. He had spent the first night of his charge's life standing guard on the Sisters of Mercy maternity ward. For over a decade, Butler had been teacher, mentor, and protector to the young heir. The pair had never been separated for more than a week. Until now. It shouldn't bother him, he knew that. A body coach should never become emotionally attached to his charge. It affects his judgment. But in his private moments, Butler couldn't help thinking that the Fowl heir as a younger brother he had never had. Butler parked the Bentley Artemis label on the College Avenue. If anything, Eurasian men's service had booked up since the midterm. With Artemis in boarding school, he was spending a lot more time in the gym. Truth be told, Butler was bored pumping iron, but the college authorities absolutely refused to allow him a bunk in Artemis' room. And when the gardener had discovered the bodyguard's hideout just off the 17th green, they abandoned from the school grounds altogether. Artemis slipped through the school's gate. Dr. Postcom was doing his thoughts. "Problem, sir?" said Butler, noticing his employer's sour expression. Artemis ducked into the Bentley's wine-colored leather interior, selecting a bottle of still water from the bar. "Hardly, Butler. Just another quack of spouting psychobabble. Butler kept his voice level. "Should have a word with him. Never mind him now. What news of the Fowl Star? We got an email at the manor this morning. It's an MPG. Artemis scowled. He could not access MPG video files on his mobile phone. Butler put a portable computer from the glove compartment. "I thought you might be anxious to see the file, so I downloaded it onto this." He passed the computer over his shoulder. Artemis activated the compact machine, folding out the flat-colored screen. At first he thought the battery was dead. Then he realized he was looking at a field of snow, white on white, with only the faintest shadows to indicate dips and drumlins. Artemis felt the uneasiness rolling in his gut. Finding how such an innocent image could be so foreboding. The camera panned upward, revealing a dull twilight sky, then a black hunched object in the distance. A rhythmic crunching issued through the compact speakers as the cameraman advanced to the snow. The object grew clearer. It was a man sitting on, tied to, a chair. The eyes clinked in Artemis' glass. His hands were shaking. The man was dressed in the rags of a once fine suit. Scars branded the person's face like lightning bolts, and one leg appeared to be missing. It was difficult to tell. Artemis' breath was jumping now, like a marathon runner. There was a sign around the man's neck, cardboard and twine, and the sign was scrawled in thick black letters. Yin. Sin. The camera zoomed in on the mouth for several seconds, then went blank. "Is that all?" Butler nodded. "Just the man and the sign. That's it." Sin, muttered Artemis, his accent flawless. Since his father's disappearance, he had been teaching himself the language. "Should I translate for you?" asked Butler, also a Russian speaker. His accent, however, was not quite so sophisticated. He had picked up during a 5-year stint with an espionage unit in the late 80s. "No, I know what it means," replied his young employer. "Sin. Hello, son." Butler put the Bentley into the divided highway. No one spoke for several minutes. Eventually, Butler had asked, "Do you think it's him, Artemis? Could that man be your father?" Artemis wound the MPG, fixing it on the mysterious man's face. He touched the display, sending rainbow distortions across the screen. "I think so, Butler, but the picture quality is too poor. I can't be certain." Butler understood the emotions battering his young charge. He, too, had lost someone aboard the Fowl Star. His uncle, the major, had been assigned to Artemis' father on that fateful trip. Unfortunately, the major's body had turned up in the Triseki morgue. Artemis regained his composure. "I must pursue this, Butler. You know what's coming next, of course." "Yes, a ransom demand. This is merely the teaser, to get my attention. I need to catch in the sound of people's gold. Contact lost in search, immediately." Butler accelerated into the fast lane. "Also, Artemis, I have had some experience in these matters." Artemis did not interrupt. Butler's career before his current church's birth had been varied, to say the least. The panel with kidnappers to eliminate all witnesses. Then they would generally try to eliminate each other to avoid splitting the ransom. My point being that paying a ransom in no way guarantees your father's safety if indeed that man is your father. It is quite possible the kidnappers would take your money and then kill all of us. Adam studied the camera screen. You're right, of course. I will have to devise a plan. Bella swallowed. He remembered the last plan. He had almost gotten them all killed, and could have plunged the planet into an interspecies war. Butler was a man who didn't scare easily, but the spark in Artemis' Fowl's eyes was enough to send a shiver crackling down his spine. Shoot 21E1, Tara, Ireland. Captain Highshore had decided to work a double shift and proceed directly to the surface. She paused only for a Nutribar and an energy shake before hopping on the first shot to the terminal at Terra. One of Terra's officials was not making the journey any easier. The head of security was annoyed that Captain Shore had not only put all push traffic on hold to take a priority pot from E1, but then proceeded to commandeer an entire shuttle for the return journey. Why don't you check your system again? She said through gritted teeth. I'm sure the authorization from the police plaza is alright by now. The truthfully no, consulted his handheld computer. No, ma'am, I ain't got nothing. Look, Mr. Commandant Terrell, I'm on an important mission here. National security. I need you to keep the Rivals Hall completely clear for the next couple of hours. Terrell made a great show of almost collapsing. The next couple of hours? Are you crazy, girlie? I got 3 shuttles coming in from Atlantis. What am I supposed to tell them? Throw us off because of some LP secret shenanigans? This is high season. I can't just shut things down. No way, no how. I shrugged. Fine. You just let all your tourists catch sight of the 2 humans I'm bringing down here. There will be a riot. I guarantee it. 2 humans? Said the head of security. Inside the terminal? Are you nuts? I was running out of patience. And time. Do you see this? She demanded, pointing to the insignia on her helmet. I'm LEP. A captain. No rented cop nobody's going to stand in the way of my orders. Terrell drew himself up to his full height, which was a little more than 2 feet. Yeah, I've heard of you. The crazy girly captain. Caused up quite a stir up last year, didn't you? My taxing gut's gonna be paying for that loose growth for quite some time. Just ask Sandro, you bureaucratic idiot. Call me what you want, Missy. We have our rules here. With that confirmation from below, ain't nothing I can do to change them. Especially not for some gun-turned girl with an attitude problem. Well, get on to blow the police plaza then. Terrell sniffed. The magnifiers have just started acting up. It's hard to get a line. Maybe I'll try getting after my rounds. Just you take yourself a seat in the departure lounge. I'll head straight toward the bus button. You know what you're doing, don't you? What? Croaked the gnome. You're obstructing an LP operation. I ain't obstructing nothing, and as such, it's in my power to remove said obstruction using any force that I deem necessary. Don't you threaten me, Missy. I used the baton, twirling expertly. I'm not threatening you. I'm just informing you of police procedure. If you continue to obstruct me, I remove the obstruction. In this case, you, and proceed to the next in command. Terrell was unconvinced. You would dare. I grinned. I'm the crazy girly captain. Remember? No considered it. It was unlikely that also would buzz him. But then again, with female elves, who knew? Okay, he said, putting up a sheet on the computer. This is a 24-hour visa. But if you're not back in that time, I'll have you taken into custody on your return. Then I'll be the one making the threats. I sensed the sheet. Whatever. Now, remember, make sure that the rubber dog is clear when I get back. Ireland, en route from St. Port of Beast to Fowl Manor. Artemis was bouncing ideas off Butler, a technique he'd often used in trying to come up with a plan. After all, if anybody was an expert on cover affair operations, it was his bodyguard. We can't trace MPG? No, Artemis. I tried. They put a decay virus in with the email. I only barely managed to get the film on disk before the original disintegrated. What about the MPG itself? Could we get a geographical fix from the stars? Butler smiled. His arms was starting to think like a soldier. No luck. I sent a shot to a friend of mine in NASA. He didn't even bother putting it into the computer. No enough definition. Artemis was silent for a minute. How fast can we get to Russia? Butler jumped his fingers on the steering wheel. It depends. Depends on what? On how we go. Legal or illegal? Which is quicker? Butler laughed, something you didn't hear very often. Illegal is usually faster. Either way is going to be pretty slow. We can't go by air, that's for sure. The Mafia is going to have foot soldiers at every airstrip. Are you sure it's the Mafia? Bully glanced in the rearview mirror. I'm afraid so. All kidnappings go through the Mafia. Even if a criminal managed to abduct your father, you would have to hand him over. Others nodded. That's what I thought. So we will have to travel by sea, and that would take a week at the very least. We could really use some help with transport. Something the Mafia won't expect. How's our day situation? No problem. I thought we'd go native. Russians aroused little suspicion in Russia. I have passports and visas. Good. What is our cover? What about Stephen Bashker and his uncle Constantine? Perfect. The Chp3 and the chaperone. They used this cover many times before on previous search missions. Once the checkpoint official, once himself a grandmaster, had died the story, 2 Artemis had beat him in 6 moves. Artemis' technique had since become known as the Bashir maneuver. How soon can we leave? Almost immediately. Miss Fowl and Juliet are nice this week. That gives us 8 days. We can mount to school, make up some excuse. I dare say St. Bartleby's will be glad to be rid of me for a while. We could go straight to the airport from Fowl Manor. The Learjet is docked. At least we could fly as far as Scandinavia. We could try to pick up a boat from there. I just have to pick a few things at the manor first. I could imagine exactly the kind of things his men would wish to pick up. Dangerous things. Good. The sooner the better. We've got to find these people before they know we're looking. We can monitor email as we go. But to that's for Fowl Manor. You know, Artemis, he said, glistening in the mirror. We're going up against the Russian Mafia. I've had days with these people before. They don't negotiate. This could get bloody. If we take these gangsters on, people are going to get hurt. Most likely us. Artemis nodded absently, watching his own reflection in the window. He needed a plan. Something audacious and brilliant. Something that had never been attempted before. Artemis was not unduly worried on that front. His brain had never let him down before. Terra Shuttleport. The ferry shuttleport at Terra was not an impressive operation. 30,000 cubic feet of terminal concealed beneath an overgrown hillock in the middle of the McGraney farm. For centuries, the McGraneys had respected ferry port's boundaries, and for centuries they had enjoyed exceptional good luck. Illnesses mysteriously cleared up overnight. Priceless art treasures popped up with incredible regularity, and mad cow disease seemed to avoid their hurts altogether. Having solved her visa problem, Holly finally made her way to the security door and slipped through the holographic camouflage. She had managed to secure a set of cowboy double-decker for the trip. The rig ran on a satellite-bound solar battery and employed a revolutionary wing design. There were 2 sets, or decks, one fixed for gliding, and a small set for maneuverability. Holly had been dying to try the double decks out, but only a few rigs had made their way across from cowboy labs. Holly was reluctant to let them out because he hadn't designed them. Professional envy. Holly had taken advantage of his ups from left to swap herself from the rack. She soared 50 feet above the ground, allowing unfiltered surface air to fill her lungs. Though laden with pollutants, it was still sweeter than the recycled tone of variety. For several minutes she enjoyed the experience, before turning concentration to the mission at hand. How to abduct Artemis Fowl. Not from his home, Fowl Manor, that was for certain. Legally, she put herself on very shaky ground for entering and doing without permission, even though, technically, Fowl had invited her in by kidnapping her last year. Not many lawyers would take a case on the basis of that defense. Anyway, the manor was a fortress and had already seen off an entire LP retrieval team. Why should she fare any better? There was also the complication that Artemis could very well be expecting her, especially if he was young with the boy Cal. The idea of walking a trap did not appeal to Holly. He had already been in prison once in Fowl Manor. Doubtless her cell was still furnished. Holly activated the computer navigation package, calling up Fowl Manor to on her helmet visor. A soft crimson light began to beside the 3D plan of the house. The building had been reflected by the LP. Holly groaned. Now she would be treated to feed a warning, just in case there was one recon officer under the world who had not heard of Artemis Fowl. Corporal Lily Fawn's face appeared on the screen. Of course they had chosen Lily for this assignment. The bimbo faced the LP. Sexism was alive and well and living in Police Plaza. It was rumored that Fran's LP scores had been bumped up because she was a descendant of the Elfin King. You have selected Fowl Manor, said Fran's image, touching blonde threads over her shoulder. This is a red flag building. Unauthorized access is strictly forbidden. Do not even attempt to fly over. Artemis Fowl is considered an active threat to the people. A picture of Fowls appeared beside Front, a digitally enhanced cow on his face. His accomplice, known only as Butler, is not to be approached under any circumstances. He is generally armed and always dangerous. Butler's massive head appeared beside the other images. Armed and dangerous hardly did him justice. It was only human history to have taken on a troll and won. Hines in the corner is like Peter, and had the wings to stand for her. The countryside spread by below. Even since her last visit, the mudman infestation seemed to have taken a stronger hold. There was barely an acre of land without dozens of the drillings digging into its soils, and barely a mile of river, one of the factories pouring into poison into the waters. The sun finally dipped below the horizon, and Holly raised the filters on her visor. Time was on her side now. She had the entire night to come up with a plan. Holly found that she must follow sarcastic comments in her ear. And knowing as Lucinda's observations were, they generally proved accurate, and had saved her hide on more than one occasion. She tried to establish a link. The flash was too high, and there was no reception. Nothing but static. Fowl Manor loomed in the distance, completely dominating the surrounding landscape. Holly scanned the building with her thermal bar and found nothing but insect and small rodent life forms. Spiders and mice. Nobody home. That suited her fine. She lay on the head of a particularly gruesome stone gargoyle and settled into wait. Fowl Manor. The original Fowl Castle had been built by Ahodan Fowl in the 15th century, overlooking low-lying country on all sides. A tactic borrowed from the Normans. Never let your enemy sneak up on you. Over the centuries, the castle had been extensively remodeled until it became a manor, but the attention to security remained. The manor was surrounded by 3-foot-thick walls, and wired with a state-of-the-art security system. Butler pulled out the road, opened the estate gates by remote control. He glanced back at his employer's thoughtful face. Sometimes he thought that in spite of all his contacts, informants, and employees, Artemis Fowl was the loneliest boy he'd ever met. We could bring a call those freight blasters, he said. Butler had released LP Retrieval 1 after the weaponry during the previous year's siege. Adams nodded. Good idea. We'll remove the nuclear batteries and put them in a bag with some old games and books. We can pretend their toys were captured. Yes, sir. Good thinking. The Bentley red tag crunched up the driveway, activating ground security lights. There were several lamps on in the main house. These were on randomly alternating timers. Butler undid his seatbelt, stepping lithely from the Bentley. Need anything special, Artemis? Artemis nodded. Grab some caviar from the kitchen. You won't believe the monk they feed us in Bordeaux for 10,000 a semester. Butler smiled again. A teenager asking for caviar. He'd never get used to it. The smile withered on his lip halfway to the recently remodeled entrance. A shiver passed across his heart. He knew that feeling well. His mother had used to say that someone had just walked over his grave. A sixth sense. Yet gut instinct. There was peril everywhere, somewhere. Invisible, but here nevertheless. Holly spotted the headlights striking the sky from over a mile away. Optics were no good from this vantage point. Even when the automobile's windshield came into view, the glass was tinted and the shadows beyond were deep. Holly felt her heart rate increase at the sight of Fowl's automobile. The car wound along the avenue, flickering between the rows of willow and horse chestnut. Holly ducked instinctively, though she was completely shielded from human eyes. You couldn't be certain with Artemis Fowl's manservant. Last year he had dismounted a fairy helmet and constructed an eyepiece that allowed him to spot and neutralize the entire crack squad of LP retrieve commandos. It was hardly likely that he was wearing the lens at the moment, but as trouble kept on his voice and learned, it didn't pay to underestimate Butler. Holly set the neutrino to it slightly above the recommended stun setting. A couple of Butler's brain cells might get fried, but she wasn't about to lose any sleep over it. The car swung into the driveway, crushing across the gravel. Butler climbed out. Holly felt her back teeth grinding. Once upon a time, she had saved his life, healing him after a mortal encounter with the troll. She wasn't sure if she'd do it again. Holding her breath, Holly set the Dover dice to slow his descent. She alighted soundlessly, aiming her weapon at Butler's chest. Now there was a target a sunblind dwarf couldn't miss. The human could not detect her presence. Not possible. Yet something made him pause. He stopped and sniffed the air. The moment was like a dog. No, not a dog. A wolf. Holly focused her helmet lens on the weapon, sending a photo truck up her database. Moments later, a high-res rotating 3D image of the gun appeared in the ground for visor. Big sower, said recorded by a voice. 9mm. Big bullets. One of these hits you and even magic can't fix it. Other than that, you should be alright. Recently you referred to wear the regulation buff ground microfiber jumpsuit recently patented by me. Then again, being a recon jock, you palpably didn't. Holly scowled. Fowl was all the more annoying when he was right. She had jumped on the first available shuttle without even bothering to change into a buff ground suit. Holly's eyes were level with bullets now, yet still more than 3 feet from the ground. She released the visor seals, whistling at the humanic hiss. Butler heard the escaping gas and swung toward the source. Fairy, he said, I know you're there. Unsheathe or I should start shooting. This was not exactly the tactical advantage Holly had in mind. Her visor was up, and the man's little finger was creaking on his pistol's hair trigger. She took a deep breath and shut down her shield. Hello, Butler, she said evenly. Butler cocked his weapon. Hello, Captain. Come down slowly, and don't try any of your... Put your gun away, said Holly, her voice lay with a hypnotic mesmer. Butler fought it, his gun barrel shaking erratically. Put it down, Butler. Don't make me fry your brain. A faint pulse in Butler's eyelid. Unusual, thought Holly. Never seen that before. Don't fight me, my man. Give in to it. Butler opened his mouth to speak. Toward Artemis. She pushed harder. The magic kiss came around the human's head. I said, put it down. A bit of sweat ran down the bodyguard's cheek. Put it down! And Butler did, gradually and grudgingly. I smiled. Good, my man. Now back up to the car and exit so nothing's wrong. The man said his legs obeyed, ignoring the signals from his own brain. I buzzed up her shield. She was going to enjoy this. Adams was composing an email on his laptop. Dear Mr. Ewing, because of your counsel's tactless interrogation, my little Artie, I have taken him out of school for a course of therapy with real professionals in the Mont Gaspard Clinic in Switzerland. I am considering legal action. Do not attempt to contact me, as that would only serve to irritate me further, and when irritated, I generally call my attorneys. Sincerely, Angeline Fowl. Artemis sent a message, allowing himself the luxury of a small grin. It would be nice to watch Principal Ewing's expression when he read the electronic letter. Unfortunately, the bundle camera he planted in the headmaster's office could only be accessed within a 1-mile radius. Butler opened the driver's door, and after a moment slipped into the seat. Adams put the phone to his wallet. Captain Short, I presume. Why don't you stop vibrating and settle into the festival spectrum? I spoke into the view. There was a blaming gun in her hand. Really, Holly, is that necessary? I snorted. Well, let's see. Kidnapping, actual bodily harm, extortion, conspiracy to commit murder. I say it's necessary. Please, Captain Short, smiled Artemis. I was young and selfish. Believe it or not, I do harbor some doubts over that particular venture. Not enough doubts to return the code? No, admitted Artemis. Not quite. How did you know I was here? Artemis deep his fingers. There were several clues. 1. Butler did not conduct his usual bomb check on the car. 2. He returned without the items he went to fetch. 3. The door was open for several seconds, something no good security would permit. And 4. I detected a slight haze as you entered the vehicle. Elementary, really. I scowled. I'm 7 little mud boy, aren't you? I try. Now, Captain Short, if you would be so kind as to tell me why you're here. As if you don't know. Adam stopped for a moment. Interesting. I would guess that something has happened. Obviously something that I am being held responsible for. He was eyebrow affectionately. An intense expression of emotion from his Fowl. There are humans trading with the people. Very impressive, said Holly. Or it would be if we didn't both know that you're behind it. And if we can't get the truth out of you, I'll show you computer files to prove most revealing. I was close to the laptop's lid. Captain, I realize there is no love lost between us, but I don't have time for this now. It is imperative that you give me a few days to sort out my affairs. No can do, Fowl. There are a few people underground who would like a word. Artemis shrugged. I suppose, after what I did, I can't really expect any consideration. That's right. You can't. Well then, sighed Artemis, I don't suppose I have a choice. I smiled. That's right, Fowl. You don't. Shall we go? Artemis' tone was meek, but his brain was sparkling with ideas. Maybe cooperating with the fairies wasn't such a bad idea. They had certain abilities, after all. Why not? I turned to Buller. Drive south. Stay on the back roads. Terra, I presume. I've often wondered where exactly the E1 was. Keep wondering, mud boy. Buttered Holly. Now sleep. All this deduction is wearing me out.